Hi, I'm Christina and welcome to my channel, Chriskayoga. In today's video, we'll be doing something that I am calling Yinyasa. This is a Yinyasa class combining Vinyasa yoga and Yin yoga. Vinyasa yoga is a very dynamic, breath-based style of yoga, and Yin is a very passive and cooling, restoring type of yoga. It is two completely different styles that I'm combining into one class. I can't take complete credit for this term, Yinyasa, because I have researched it and other studios are doing this type of class, I believe, or that's what their website says. But I decided to design a class in this style myself and see how you all like it. The Vinyasa portion of the class is at the beginning, flowing, dynamic movement as we usually do on this channel. The Yin portion of the class is after the Vinyasa at the end. It is very cooling and calming, and you'll be holding the stretches for a lot longer than you normally would, or that you might be used to holding in a typical Vinyasa class. For this class, you will need one yoga block, and a substitution for the prop is listed in the description box below. Before we get started, if you aren't yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. I post 2 free yoga videos every single week. It is completely free to subscribe, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. After this class, stick around at the end of the video, and I'm going to provide information on a really cool Yinyasa yoga challenge that my friend April over at the Yoga Ranger Studio and I are doing together over on Instagram, where you can win some really cool prizes. So if you're interested in that, if you like this style, Yin and Vinyasa together, definitely stick around for the end of the video so you can enter to participate in that challenge as well. So grab your mat and let's get started. So take your yoga block and place it anywhere you'd like on your mat. I'm going to face you. I'm using the medium height. You can use the lowest height if that's more comfortable. Play around with it. What I'm doing is I'm going to bring my knees together, set it in between my feet on the floor, and then place my sits bones on top of the block. And your feet do not have to touch the block. So the tops of your feet are on the floor behind you. Your toes are pointing straight back, knees are together. Sit up tall on your block, bring your hands to your thighs. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. And a deep breath out in the same way. Do that once again. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Take a moment to focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling deeply, noticing how the breath is moving in and out of your body. Noticing how your rib cage is expanding and coming back in with each full breath. And just remain here for a few deep breaths. And slowly come to open your eyes, letting the light back in. Slowly remove the block and come to your hands and your knees. So you can set your block off to the side. Come down to your hands and your knees, bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. To start out, we'll come to a flat back, neutral spine. Inhale, tuck your toes and arch your back. Looking up and forward, spreading your shoulders as wide apart as possible. Exhale, untuck your toes and curve your spine in the opposite direction, reaching your upper back all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back to your cow pose by tucking your toes, arching your back, and spreading your shoulders apart. Exhale, untucking your toes, tops of the feet are on the floor, Curve your spine in the opposite direction. Reach your upper back all the way towards the ceiling, looking at your thighs. And we'll take this several more times on your own breath. So each time that you need to take an inhale, come back here to your cow pose. And then each time that you need to take an exhale, come back here to your cat pose. Working through each and every bone in your spine as you're moving. And be sure that you are coordinating your movement with your breath. Starting to build some heat in your core from the center of your body, building heat from your spine, which heats the entire body. Just a few more rounds of this here. And come to a flat back, neutral spine. From here, looking down at the floor, your spine is straight. And from here, step back 1 foot at a time into a plank pose. You're going to hold plank for a moment. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel your body in one straight line from the top of your head all the way down to your heels. On your next inhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog, and in your down dog, pedal your legs. Alternate bending and straightening both legs. Just gently warming up the muscles in the backs of your legs and your hips as well. Especially since it's your first down dog of the class. Gently moving and gently pressing the heel down towards the ground each time you straighten your leg. And slowly come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it out. Gently press your heels down towards the floor. Reach your hips up and back on the diagonal in your downward dog. You can have a slight bend in your knees as I'm doing. And on your next inhale, raise your heels and bend your knees generously. Look forward and take as many steps as you need to the top of your yoga mat to your hands, coming to a forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway, straightening your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing with a straight back. Reach your arms up, look up towards your hands. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath in, stand up tall, spread your shoulders. Take a deep breath out, bring your ribs in towards each other. On your next inhale, rotate your upper arms around and raise them all the way up. Exhale, forward fold once again. Hands to the floor, relax your head over. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing and reach your arms up. Look towards your hands. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, rotate your upper arms around and raise them all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the ground, relax your head and neck. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Relax. Inhale, come up to standing and reach your arms up. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, rotate your upper arms around and raise them all the way up once again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms flat onto the floor. Step back 1 foot at a time into a plank pose. Hold for a moment. And then lower your knees down onto your toes and then lower your whole body down onto your belly. Point your elbows up towards the ceiling. Hands are flat by your sides next to your ribs. Bring your forehead to the floor. Inhale, lift your head and your shoulders off the ground using your back muscles. Keep the tops of your feet on the floor. And then exhale, lower your head down. Inhale, lift your head and your shoulders off the ground. Exhale, lower down. Last low cobra arch. Inhale, lift your head and your shoulders using those upper back muscles to hold you up. And then exhale, bring your head down to the ground. Tuck your toes, press yourself up through hands and knees if you'd like to, and then straighten your legs into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here in down dog, and a deep breath out. Hold here for 3 more deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, raise your heels and bend your knees. Look forward and step your feet up to your hands. At the top of your yoga mat, come to a half forward fold. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. Inhale, rotate your upper arms around and raise them all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold back down, plant your palms flat, step back into a plank. And from plank, you can lower down halfway to Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip to the tops of your feet and press up into an upward facing dog. And exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Hold here and breathe. On your next inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step your feet up to your hands, look up halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come up to standing, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Take a moment here, bring your hands to your heart center, close your eyes, stand up tall. Breathe in through your nose and spread your shoulders wide, reach your heart center towards your hands. Exhale, bring your front ribs in towards each other. On your next exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Take an inhale. Sit your hips back, reach your arms up and forward for Utkatasana, fierce pose, also known as chair pose. Send your hips back as far behind you as you can without falling over. Most of your weight should be behind you. On your next exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor, relax your head over. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, plant your palms flat. Step or lightly jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Press into an upward facing dog, arch here, and then send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, send your right leg all the way up behind you. Bring it forward in between your hands. Bring your right knee directly above the ankle. Set your back foot down at a 45-degree angle and align your front heel with your back heel. Press into the ground with both feet. Raise your torso up. Reach your arms all the way up and lunge forward into your right leg. Your left leg is straight. This is Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 on the right side. On your next exhale, send your hands down to frame your right foot. come back to the ball of your left foot. Step back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, raise your left leg all the way up behind you. Step it forward. In between your hands, set your right foot down at 45 degrees. Align your heels. Press into the ground with both feet. Lift your arms up. Lunge forward into your left leg. Your right leg is straight. Palms are facing each other. Warrior one on the left. Hold here. On your next exhale, bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Come back to the ball of your right foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out here. Hold here for 3 deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, raise your heels and bend your knees. Look forward and step or lightly jump your feet up to your hands into a half forward fold. Straighten your spine. Exhale, fold back over. From your forward fold here, send your hips back and reach your arms up and forward for chair pose or fierce pose. Hold here, feel your quads working. And on your inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. From here, inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up and forward for chair pose or fierce pose once again. Continue to breathe. And on your exhale, come to a forward fold. Relax your head over completely. And in this forward fold, allow yourself to really hang over your legs. Grab hold of opposite elbows in your hands. And hold here, breathing. Feel your spine releasing out over your legs. Feel your hamstrings and your glutes getting a stretch. Breathe. Holding just for a bit longer than we normally would in Vinyasa. This is a yin pose, also known as dangling. So just breathe into it. And from here, bring your hands down to the ground, look up just halfway, nice and slow, straightening your spine. And from here, plant your palms flat onto the ground, step back 1 foot at a time into a downward facing dog. Hold here in your downward dog. Take a deep breath in and out. And from your downward dog, set your knees down onto the floor. Untuck your toes. Bring the tops of your feet to the floor. Make sure your knees are right underneath your hips. And from here, we're going to come into another yin pose. Sending your hands forward and then bring your head to the floor. Sink your chest and open your heart towards the floor. And we're going to stay there for 20 to 25 deep breaths. So get comfortable. If you want to put some padding underneath your knees, you can take a blanket or a towel or even fold your yoga mat over and do that as well. And just relax here with your head on the ground. And slowly come up onto your hands and your knees, lifting your head and your body off the ground. To counter that arching action, just take one cat pose. So keep your legs and feet where they are, and just curve your spine, looking towards your thighs and reaching your upper back all the way up towards the ceiling. Hold for a moment, looking towards those legs. Feel that upper back reaching up and coming into a curve. And then come back to a flat back, neutral spine. And we'll take that cat pose once more. So curve your spine, reaching your upper back all the way towards the ceiling. Look towards your legs. And slowly come back to a flat back, neutral spine. So from here, we're going to take another yin pose. Come to a seated position, just as we do in Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. Bring your feet to meet each other at the center line of your body. Knees are out to the side. For this one, you can just fold over, or you can take a block, as I'm going to do. Place it in between or even in front of your feet. Play around with it and see which is most comfortable for you. So then you're going to fold over and place your head on the block. And we're going to hold here with your hands down next to your feet, palms facing up. And we're going to hold here for 20 to 25 deep inhales and exhales. Slowly come up and out of your forward fold, gently, gradually coming up. Let the light back into your eyes and set your block off to the side. We're going to take a few counter poses just to alleviate some of that discomfort from holding the pose for so long. So place your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your hips, knees pointed up towards the ceiling, feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to send both knees over to the left, and then bring them back up to center. Send them over to the right, bring them back up to center, left, center, right, center. And do this a few times. And from here, drop them over to the left, and we're going to hold. And from here, take your knees and drop them over to the right, and we're going to hold again. And bring your knees back up, and then we're going to take our next pose. So from here, bring your right foot in and your left leg out. So your right leg is bent, your foot is in towards your pelvis. You can keep your feet relaxed actually, and then place your block, or you can do it without the block as well. But you can place your block in front of you, and we're going to take a half butterfly pose. So from here, once you're settled, fold over, placing your head on the block. And you can turn your palms up towards the ceiling once again. Slowly bring yourself up out of your pose, and then we're going to come straight into the other side. So stretch your right leg out in front of you. You can bend your left leg, bring your foot in towards your pelvis, sit up tall on the two sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis. Bring your block in front of you if you're using one. Set it at any height that you'd like, of course. And then when you're ready, fold over, bring your head to the block and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And slowly bring yourself up out of your forward fold. Set your block off to the side. Bend your knees, bring your hands down behind you, fingertips pointed towards your hips. And then we're going to take that same counter pose that we did before. So drop your knees to the left, lift them back up, and drop your knees to the right. And continually shift from right to left for several deep breaths. And then drop your legs to the left and hold. And drop your legs to the right and hold. Bring your knees back up. From here, we'll come to lying on our back. Hug your knees in towards your chest for a moment. And then take your left leg and take hold of the left foot in your right hand. Bring the outer thigh of the left leg down to the floor. Keep hold of the left foot in your right hand, and then take the right leg and cross it over to the left side of your body. Be sure that your your leg and your knee are resting on the floor, and keep that left foot in your right hand. If your right leg is not resting on the floor, my knee is coming up slightly, so that's fine. But if you cannot reach the floor at all, I suggest putting a blanket or a block underneath, or even a pillow underneath that leg so that you can hold here comfortably. And then once your legs are settled, look over to the right. You can keep your left hand on your right leg, or you can place it up as I'm doing in a bent cactus shape. The back of your arm and your hand are on the floor. Looking over to the right, and you're going to hold. Be sure that you're breathing. You can close your eyes and just relax here. Slowly bring some light back into your eyes. Remove your hand from your foot. Bring your leg back to center and hug both legs in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll take that stretch on the opposite side. So take hold of your right foot in your left hand. Then set the outer edge of your right leg down onto the floor, keeping hold of that foot. And if you are limited in the quad flexibility, you can definitely place a yoga blanket, yoga blocks, or a yoga pillow, any kind of pillow underneath your leg. From here, take the left leg and cross it over to the right side of your body. Rest the leg down onto the floor, and if you have a lot of space and you're not able to rest any part of your leg on the floor, you can definitely place something underneath to assist you with that. Something like this would be fine if you wanted to do, maybe not that high up, maybe on this level. Maybe I'll leave mine like that for now. And then once you're settled, you can look over to the left and lay your arm either on your leg, or you can place it here, which gives you a nice front of the chest stretch as well, in a bent cactus shape on the floor. And just hold here and breathe, closing your eyes and relaxing for several deep breaths. Slowly release your hand from your foot, come back to the center, move your props, if you were using them, off to the side. And then come to hug your knees in towards your chest, taking a deep breath in and out while you're here. And our final pose will be a Shavasana. So when you're ready, straighten your legs, separate them slightly apart, relax them completely. Have your hands down by your sides, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and begin to deepen your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose, quiet your mind. Focus all of your attention on your breathing and remain here. Bring some slight motion back into your body by gently moving your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. Bend your knees, roll onto the right side of your body and rest there with your arm underneath your head for support. Use your hands to help you come up to a seated, cross-legged position. Cross your shins, flex your feet underneath your knees, bring your hands to your legs. Sit up tall, take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest. Bow your head to your fingertips. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that like button. It really supports the channel and I would very much appreciate it. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below as well. I post 2 free yoga videos every single week and I would love to have you. And leave any yoga questions or comments. Come down to the comments and say hi down in the comment section below of this video as well. I always love to hear from you and I read all of my comments. Don't forget to visit chriskayoga.com where you'll find lots of premium and free yoga offerings, a lot of helpful tips and information on the blog. So do not forget to check out chriskayoga.com as well. And as promised, if you enjoyed this Yin and Vinyasa yoga combo and you also enjoy winning free stuff, I definitely recommend checking me out on Instagram at chriskayoga. My friend April over at the Yoga Ranger Studio and myself, we are co-hosting an Instagram yoga challenge. It is a Yin and Vinyasa challenge, or a Yinyasa challenge, and during this challenge, if you participate throughout the entire 10 days and follow all of the rules that we will disclose over on Instagram, you can win. We're picking 3 winners to win a non-slip yoga mat and a non-slip yoga towel, kindly provided by Fit Lifestyle Co. So we are holding that challenge over on Instagram, so definitely head over there at chriskayoga so you can learn how to participate and how to win. Thank you so much. See you next time.